god, it's too dark in here to film. I need someone to turn off the dark. I'm like really proud of my eye makeup look right now. I'm not gonna lie, look at my little guy. He's a little messed up, but that's because my eyeliner stick is dying, so. Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark is a musical. As you all probably have figured out at this point, I do love Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark a totally normal amount. You don't love Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark like I do, okay? This is like a thing I need to do, okay? I need to talk about the Green Goblin. This is to talk about Spider-Man Turn Off. It's a musical known for being the second time musical theater has attempted a story about a superhero.
Now, we're
and by far being the most expensive musical. But the thing most people tend to know it by, and what you probably know it by, is the fact that it was a complete fucking disaster backstage. Everything that could have gone wrong absolutely went wrong with this musical. I'm talking like 6 injuries. I'm talking like a woman had to run off to a monastery and take a sabbatical with the monks to recover. I mean, like, it was bad, man. It was yikes. Everyone knew it as Broadway's messy gal, and you know what? I like mess, so I know way too much about this show. I'm not here to talk to you guys today about the mess, though. I'm here to talk about something deeply important to me that no one else is going to make videos about, because that's what my YouTube channel's here for. I like to ramble about dumb shit no one else cares about. How do you advertise a musical where everyone knows it is a Titanic sinking backstage? Well, let's talk about that today. Well, one of their first methods was an attempt to add some prestige to the show. You see a lot of attempts at trying to sing the slower songs, trying to make Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark look like true art. Julie Taymor is a true artiste, a director, if you will, a visionnaire, if you will. You know, she does Shakespeare and Lion King, but without furries. So, like, she's a true artist, so we have to show that Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark is true art. Unfortunately, it's boring as hell. Look at this boring-ass Tony performance. It's just 2 people sitting there staring at each other with the most chemistry-less gaze upon each other as they sing the most boring song from the show. I'm gonna say it. Peter and MJ have a lot of songs in that show. They're not the best songs you have ever heard in your life, but some of them I have grown a weird kind of love for. But this one, no mercy for this song. If the world should end is boring as shit, and I'm not afraid to say it. I hate this song. No matter how many times I go back to this album, which is filled with more bangers than you would expect, I cannot bring myself to even pretend to enjoy this song. And this performance is just like, I remember one time seeing someone come in with a lunch packed, and it was unseasoned chicken breast and white rice. And if you could turn that meal into a performance at the Tony Awards, it would be this one. It's flavorless and white. It's so, dear God.
What's wrong?
It's so white. It's just boring straight people. Why? I need some of that bisexual Peter Parker flavor here, and there's none of it here. It's so, I'm falling asleep, and it goes on for 1,000,000 years. The performance just feels like it never ends. I don't think I've ever seen this video to the end, if I'm being honest.
All I can defend, need to pretend, if the world should end, is hiding something. Don't need a savior or a friend, say I really love you. If there's no tomorrow.
Straight people are so boring.
Now, I'm no advertising specialist, but this was not the way to go for Spider-Man, okay? Spider-Man deserved better. We needed to highlight its camp, its ridiculousness. There's a man all dressed in green who sings a beautiful pride anthem. Let's focus in on that. And that's what I want to focus in on today. Because let me tell you, when they aren't trying to impress the bigwigs on the Broadways, they have some very interesting ways about going about promoting their show. So, one of the things that I love to do on a casual Tuesday afternoon, because I have brain rot, is I like to scroll through the Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark YouTube channel, filled with all sorts of bangers, like watching Glenn Berger's sanity slowly slip away from him. Anyway, as I'm scrolling, I am suddenly hit with this lovely thumbnail from the YouTube channel, which simply reads, Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark breaks all known records for most Tonys on Tony Sunday. If you knew anything about Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, the way the Tonys are, and the reputation that Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark had with the voter committee, this is a blunt lie. I thought this was kind of like a similar situation to like the Tootsie musical when they had posters around being like, we won the Tony for funniest musical. Funniest Tony isn't even an award they hand out, you're just lying. But I was very pleasantly surprised to learn, actually, they aren't lying. They just found a very fascinating loophole.
Hey, welcome to all the Tonys!
My name's Anthony, this is my father.
I'm Tony. My name is Tony.
Anthony, I'm here with Anthony Jr. Anthony.
Antoinette.
Anthony. Tony.
Antonia.
Tony!
LMAO, at least they had a sense of humor. Alright, so immediately, there's a lot of things I want to unpack about this. Like, for example, how do you check to see if your Tony is a real Tony? Did you ID check the Tonys? Were people walking into Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark? Did you ask people individually if they were named Tony? Was this done at the ticket check? Was this done at the box office? Were the ushers asking around for Tonys? Did they have cameras? Did they have the cell phone, the GoPro, going around checking ticket stubs going, by the way, what's your name? Was this child asked to get out a piece of identification to prove that he was a Tony Jr.? I need to know these things. Second thing, they're clearly pushing the limits of what it means to be an authentic Tony. This woman is an Antoinette.
Antoinette.
Or Antoniette, to be specific. Which honestly, I do like it. I think it would feel a bit sexist if women couldn't engage with the Too Many Tonys record. Third, how many are we on now? 3? Third thing. Then we start introducing a whole new concept halfway through this video that I don't understand, in which men start claiming to be the real Tony.
I'm the real Tony.
I'm the real Tony.
I am the original.
What does that mean? You can't truly be claiming that you're the one and only original first person named Tony. There's no way that person's alive still, right? Also, West Side Story. So, is it like I'm the most powerful Tony? I can beat all these other Tonys in a fist fight? They are bad at being a real Tony? I am a true 100% authentic Tony experience and these other guys are fake? Is it like, if you're a true Tony, name 3 Tony albums? What makes you the real Tony? Can any of these people answer this? The video didn't answer this for me. What makes you a real Tony? I don't know. And the cherry on top for this whole video is probably the point at the end where it's not a video, it's just a still image, and they all yell out, and it sounds so half-hearted. they're not really putting their all into this one, but it's just a friendly little Tony. I love this video. This video right here is the reason why I even wanted to make this specific video about weird advertisements for Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. So thank you. Thank you to many Tonys on Tony Sunday at Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. You're a true piece of art. Fuck the real Tony performance. I hate. Oh my god, here's another good one. So the New York City New Year's Eve celebration event had a very interesting special for Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, where they were going to kidnap Anderson Cooper, fake kidnap Anderson Cooper.
Well, here he is, the one, the only Anderson Cooper. How you doing, Anderson? You having a good time?
Do I look like I'm having a good time? What are you doing?
And Spider-Man was going to save him. This consisted of a video made in advance before the event, which was shown on the big screen in Times Square. Unfortunately, they start this whole advertisement with the Green Goblin up on the mega screen, just threatening people menacingly. And if you don't know anything about Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, it's easy to be like, I have no idea who this is supposed to be. The other thing that like really threw people off is Spider-Man does not appear for a while. Green Goblin is just riffing and improvising evil threats for 7 minutes approximately, with no explanation that this is Spider-Man related. Anyone who was watching the special that Anderson Cooper was on kind of knows it was set up, because his co-anchor sets it up by saying this.
All of Times Square is frozen right now with fear, and everyone's frankly freaked out. So we're gonna have to figure something out. Apparently Anderson Cooper has been abducted, not by me this time, but we're gonna take a short break, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, because people are frightened.
But people who were legitimately there in Times Square report to being kind of freaked out because they had no idea it was an advertisement. I remember watching this and I got scared. Like, WTF is going on? I thought there was a real freak or something. That's not the Goblin, that's the Joker. Anyway, the bit finally reaches its conclusion.
You're gonna be bigger than Blitzer. Bigger than Wolf Blitzer? No, that's crazy. I'm not gonna work for your stupid network. Please. No. Pretty please.
Spider-Man saves Anderson Cooper from the Green Goblin, who is not a terrorist, just an actor pretending to be a villain. And then you get this lovely moment where they cut back to the two news anchors after, and the woman is just, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm supposed to know who this woman is, but I don't know who she is, I'm so sorry. And she just, she's done playing along. She just roasts him for even doing this.
I'm giving you the slow clap. I'm giving you, it's the end of every high school football movie where the guy with one leg comes out and gets a touchdown.
The slow clap, it's brutal. It's brutal. Cut the guy some slack, Jesus Christ.
What? Okay, I'm trying to follow the storyline. What, are you, have you been abducted by a goblin?
I'm not quite sure.
Have you stopped modeling? Because I'm just going to say it right to their faces. He was just standing here the whole time. He was never even really abducted.
Oh my god, like, girl, come on. You at least try to play along, Jesus Christ.
Big moment
No,
for you this year.
Coughing doesn't make it better.
I'm a little sick, so I want to.
Was that your integrity coming up in your...
I'm gonna try and breeze past these next one as honorable mentions. There's the Halloween trick-or-treating safety video that they did. I don't know, it's just, there's something quirky about it, something a little clumsy about it, there's something that screams desperately, we're not a dangerous show. Guys, we know about safety. Look at the way Reeve's holding that pumpkin. I like how the cops are there too, right next to all these costumed characters.
Officer, you're going to read some tips, I believe, right?
I do appreciate it. It's just, mwah. So cheesy. So trying to appeal to children. There is not one, but 2 Theater Talk interviews with people from the Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark team. Now, some more important Spider-Man lore to note is, while there was a lot of journalism covering Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark and the absolute mess backstage, one of the biggest nemesises, one of the biggest foes of the production was journalist and reviewer Michael Riddell.
Between J. Jonah Jameson, the Green Goblin, and Michael Riddle, we have Spider-Man's 3
Worst
greatest
enemies.
in
Worst
one
enemies.
room, right?
Who one could only describe their relationship as a sexually charged, like a hate fuck. Like why are you always here, Michael Riddell? Why are you always reporting on us? And he's just like, I don't know, I'm just like obsessed with you. He loved mess, and I love that about him. So good for him. Having Glenn Berger, the author of Song of Spider-Man, this book right here, which I've been reading a lot, to get reference for some things in this video, was not sponsored, by the way. But you could sponsor me. Glenn, give me those sponsor bucks, huh? It's just so delightfully awkward to watch their rivalry come together in this interview.
Glenn, I want to applaud you for coming here today to talk to someone who you called a parasite-carrying, blood-sucking mosquito depositing the larva of elephantiasis-causing filarial worms under the skin of our show, Michael Riddle.
Not to put him in a negative light or anything.
And another one that is delightfully awkward is the one he does with a couple actors, including Green Goblin's Patrick Page, in which Patrick Page jokes about poisoning him with these Ferrero Rocher chocolates that he gives him as a peace offering.
So I brought along something. This is for you now. Don't worry about that. It's perfectly safe.
Not exploding.
I got it.
But the bit goes on for a little too long, to the point where I started to be like, maybe he did poison those Ferrero Rochers. Maybe Michael Riddell's about to die today.
Everybody, so that everybody together
We can
could
break
eat-
chocolate.
could break chocolate since we
Thank you.
won't break bread.
This is like a scene from The Godfather.
No.
Have your assistant take a bite of it
just
first.
Take one bite now. One bite.
Are you supposed to toast?
I think it's just take one little bite.
Bunch of
Michael.
it.
Chin. We're breaking.
Don't worry about that. It's perfectly safe.
I love this interview. That, except for the parts where they really go hard on insisting Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark isn't dangerous or like a bad workplace, the kids these days are just sensitive.
Was there ever a time, though, in the show that you began to feel unsafe?
I never felt unsafe.
You never felt unsafe?
I mean, yes. Okay, here.
See, elaborate artistic vision with Arachne and this whole world, that she was focusing on that and not on the actors. She treated the actors like objects.
Anyway, moving on to another one that is just like delightfully kooky and campy. Despite Spider-Man's very, very strong attempts to not be what you would expect a Spider-Man musical to be like, at some point during the production of Spider-Man 2.0, people started rolling in more family-friendly edits, much to the disdain of Glenn Berger and probably Julie Taymor, but at that point I think she'd been like kicked off the ship. If the show was going to sell volumes of tickets, it needed to be family-friendly, and that meant it had to be accessible. Sunny. Phil often took this mandate to heart, often literally. Picture This got its title and refrain temporarily changed to Sunny Days. He wanted different makeup for Arachne, less kabuki and more pretty. Peter Parker was going to lose his suspenders and start looking normal. No, but he was making it work. He wore suspenders and jeans, and it was working. Lyrics like "we'll burst your nose" got changed to "we'll punch your nose." Less graphic, I guess. And lines like "Peter beats his Peter" were right out. It was a lyric currently sung in Counterpoint by the high school girls. For teen cred, it couldn't compete with Spring Awakening's "Totally Fucked," but at least it was something to address the adolescence of neon. I'm sorry, Peter Parker beats his Peter. They're right, they should have never cut that one out. I can't make this up. Come on, there is no place for that in a family show like this. He had a point, and I wasn't about to get on a pro-masturbation soapbox. And these lyrics by the bullies, "Do it to yourself," yeah, do it to yourself, they're out too. Jeez, how much masturbation did we have in this show? Yeah, actually, how much masturbation did they have in this show? What the fuck? Should also mention there's a point in here too where Bono just really wanted a line about Green Goblin's erection and Freak Like Me Needs Company.
Bring out the dancing girls. The crossroads of the world could use a little resurrection. Used to be really rotten around here. Now I can't even buy me an erection. Sorry, darling.
They should have kept that, and honestly, I bring back the Green Goblin erection cut of Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. Hashtag, let's get it trending. Bring back the Goblin erection. Bring back the Goblin. There's also a whole thing in here where they were about to perform a song for a morning talk show, and there was all this debate about getting Reeve Carney to say shit live on air as Spider-Man, and eventually they lost that one, and we did not let him say shit on TV, but maybe we should have. Also bring back the Peter Parker says shit cut of Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. Come on, guys. Come on, let's get it going. I'm not the only one who wants this, right? We all want this. We all want a Spider-Man who says shit with a Green Goblin with a boner. Unfortunately, despite all these valiant attempts to give us adult Spider-Man, eventually they became the thing that they feared, and this Macy Day Parade performance looks very much like exactly the way you would picture a Spider-Man musical to look.
Spider-Man, all the villains in town. Is there nothing we could not do for you? Do you know all of the rumors about him true?
Also, I know those muscles under that hoodie are not real. You cannot fool me. I am not a fool. I have eyes. It's sweet. It's harmless. It's goofy. It has a nice little warm place in my heart, that Macy Day Parade performance. But it cannot beat the most legendary Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark piece of promotional material that I specifically saved for the end of this video as your reward for getting through all this rambling. That's right. It's time for the legend. You know, this place is surprisingly easy to break into.
Come on, New York City! Let's get your freak on! If you're looking for a night out on the town, you just found me.
Where do we even start on this one? Where do we even start on the artistic merits of this performance here? Oh, it's his gusto as he walks in. It's the green smoke. It's the way the whole audience is just so politely clapping, just a little offbeat. It just slowly slides off the beat after a while. And you know what? It doesn't even matter. I love that they're participating. I love that they're being nice about it. They should be. This is amazing. I wish I was there in that audience witnessing this. What I would give to trade my life with one of these people. Look at him having fun with the musicians. Look, this is fine. I love this. They're all getting so into it. I think in the moment that this was performed, the world peace happened for a brief moment. It's this in Pokemon Go where it happened. I believe this truly in my heart cavity. And then it gets better because then he introduces the Sinister Six, and we got the Human Lightning Bolt. We got the icon and the legend. The man made entire of mutant bees. So another little detail that I love from watching this video way too much is one of the bees, a brave soldier, has fallen during this performance. Moment of silence for the bee that fell on the stage. I hope he's doing okay. I love when Kraven the Hunter comes out and just completely unprompted, there was no reason to do this, Green Goblin just makes a joke about how he fucks animals.
This next guy loves the animals, sometimes a little too much.
What else is that supposed to mean? Does Kraven the Hunter also beat his Peter? I need to know this. The absolute mood shift as they describe Carnage, and it's like this fucked up backstory about how he killed half his family and a dog, and it's like, oh, okay. I love how the Lizard is just a guy in like a blow-up suit, kind of like those T-Rexes. I love this woman in the audience who's trying desperately to come off as polite, but does not want to be touched by this lizard guy. She's trying so hard to avoid the lizard guy. I love her. I love it all. I love this weird moment at the very end where David Letterman comes on stage and he just keeps bringing up his mom.
Like a party at my mom's house. Thanks to Bono and the Edge and my mom.
Is this really what a party at your mom's place is like? How can I party with David Letterman's mom? Happy birthday, David Letterman's mommy. Anyway, enjoy, have fun, have a nice day, and remember, we could have had a Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark with a Green Goblin erection lyric. Hit that hashtag on Twitter, guys. We gotta get it trending. We can get the Goblin boner cut